Hey folks, here is the process on making a 3-view drawing for the sliding block. This is going to be a standard for creating 3-view drawings anyway, so it's good to get this experience now. So first things first is there's 5 steps to get here, but the end product should have a top, a front, a side view. It should have the dimensions, it should have the text, and it should have the isometric view up here shaded, and I set that at a little bit smaller scale, so it would be a little bit smaller so you get an idea of what the object is and make these bigger. Okay? If this doesn't look right, you can always go back and change the scale, and over 4. Oops. So I made it 1/4 instead of 3/8, and you can see that it shrinks down, but it leaves the dimensions there, and you can always scoot them however you want. I did a scale of 3/8. Okay, and you can see it kind of maintains this, and you can move the dimensions out of the way. So 5 steps. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to New and Drawing. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do, step 1, we're going to delete this. Okay, we're going to leave the border. Step 2, we're going to right click here and go down to Edit Sheet, and if you see this says 22 by 34, that's way too big, so we're going to go down to A size, which is 8.5 by 11. Okay, now step 3, we're going to go to Base, and this is our front view. Okay, and if the front view comes in and it's not correct, you can always change the front view to whatever view you want. Okay, so, and it says front here, so you can see that this is front. You can drag this to change the height, or you can change it here. I made mine 3/8, and I didn't mean to hit that button, so I can always double click and go back in. If you see, like, I double click on this edge here and it comes back into here, so I'm going to go up here, I'm going to go boop, here's my top view, here is my side view, and here is my isometric view. Now this is obviously too big, so I can double click on this, I can shrink this down, and I can scoot it into place, but I want it to be shaded. So I can double click on this edge again, and I can come back and I can click shaded. Now you can modify these anytime you want. If you make a mistake, or if you feel like it's too big, you want to take up as much of the paper as possible. Okay, so maybe 3, let's say, or 5/16, excuse me. 5/16 might be the best. This might be the best size. So here is 5/16. We'll do it as 5/16 for now. And when I hit OK, you'll see that if you did this right, these line up with each other. Okay. And I'm going to leave myself some space over here to put my text, or I'm going to leave space to do my text up here. Either one is fine with me. So step 4 is to do a dimension, and if you notice, I went up here, here's our place views, here's annotate. I'm going to go in and we'll do an overall dimension like this, an overall height this way, and an overall width this way. I could also do it up that way. And when you're doing your dimensions, it's best to do it in the view that you can see the shape. So we'll pull this out. We'll do a dimension between here and here. Okay. And since I've got these objects here, I'm going to measure them here. Okay. I'm going to match them up so they're the same size. So I know the overall length is 12, and this is 3, and this is 4. That leaves this as 5. And then I'm going to do my vertical here. So I don't necessarily have to do this vertical here because I've got 2 and I've got, oh no, I do need to do that, excuse me. Because that way, there we go. So this is 2, this is 6 total, and this is 8, which leaves this 2. Okay? And then I've got this height, but it would be better for me if I measured it here. I've got a height here, and I've got a width here, and so I've got 1, 4, this is 8, that leaves this as 4. I'm sorry, 5. 3. Doing great over here. Alright, so that's it. So that's good for my text, my dimensions. My last thing is my text. I'm going to do my text over here. And we're going to say title, sliding block, name, Mr. Ragi, date, September, what is this, the 12th, 2022, and our period, I'll just say 1, and our scale. Scale is, for me, is 5/16. I think that's a good scale, and what I want you to notice is that even though this is at a 5/16 scale, all of my dimensions came out the real size. And that's it. So you can do this 2 ways. You can save this as a you can save it as a copy as a PDF file, or you can go into the snipping tool and take a picture of this, like this. Okay, and then you can turn that in. If you don't like this background, you can go to Tools and Document Settings, Sheet, and you can change the sheet size to whatever. I change it to white, not like a weird color, but that makes it pop and it makes it look a little bit better. So that's it.